3, 2, 1.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to our first Tuesday, Saturday session with Shirley and Jessica. We haven't figured out what we're going to call it yet, but welcome. We're doing a dry trial run with it. So this is Shirley.
Hello, hello. Happy that you were able to join us. We're going to have a good time exploring all different kinds of things. I think that's the uniqueness of it, is that we're not restricted to any one specific topic, that we can just continue to go on as things unfold, and you'll be all the better for it, and so will we. So we look forward to seeing you in the future, Tuesdays and Saturdays.
So on Tuesdays, we will record for the general public, and then on Saturdays, we're going to record for subscribers page. We're also adding some new benefits to the subscribers page that are on its way. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on. How are you feeling? Practical methods of moving more fluidly through what you have going on in your life. So the first thing that I want to open up with is having Shirley talk about a certain therapy that is offered with the quantum field that she is a magnificent provider for. So I'm going to give it over to Shirley.
Thank you. So I have a technology tool that sends frequencies remotely. And those frequencies involve aspects of the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual body. So it addresses all of your subtle bodies, all the subtle ones that we actually deal with pretty much on this plane. And so what it's doing is it's establishing homeostasis, or it's establishing the norm for every single, scientifically they've proven that every single organ, cell in the body vibrates at a specific frequency when it is normal, when it is in homeostasis. And so when it veers above or below normal, then you can expect that something is going on in the body that isn't quite right, which may end up leading to a dis-ease in the body. So what the tool does is it sends frequencies to the body, and what it gradually does is it tests to see where the frequencies are, what it calibrates at, and then it attempts to bring that into a normal state so that you can thrive, so that you can access whatever it is that you desire for yourself. And so I started a session today for the entire group, and I put this session into the quantum field because it's a quantum tool. It's using energies in the quantum field. And I put it out there so that whenever anyone accesses this particular segment that we're running today, it'll be out there in perpetuity, I assume. Is that right? So it'll be out there whenever you access it. You will be able to access the frequencies that are being put out there for today. And the theme for today, I was really excited. The theme for today was feeling good. And that is one of the things that the people who use this tool that I have worked with, who use this tool with, that is one of the things they always ask me for at the end, once they get to know how the tool works and we're working together, is they always ask me for a happy zap. And they end up feeling the frequencies, or at least feeling better. And these frequencies will be sent to you for the next 22 hours, I think. So from whenever you start listening to this segment, 22 hours, you'll be receiving frequencies that help you feel good. There are a lot of other frequencies available as well that are running right now. I don't know if we have time to go into all of them, but we'll get to more and more of that as we go on throughout the sessions.
Beautiful. I love that, and I love what it's sharing with us today. Just joy, happiness, peace, calm. So I really want to touch a little bit on the idea of frequency, whether you're aware of it or not. These are some ideas about why and how we exist. So we are frequency beings. To be able to matter, There's a certain pressuring that is coming in that's keeping us together in the body. And when energies are moving in and out through our relationships, through our thoughts, through our physical movement, through just our lifestyle. Did you want to say something, Shirley?
Yeah, it's all on target, all spot on. I think that I remember one time someone had their chakras aligned, and they came in 2 days later and they said, oh, they were so disappointed that their chakras were all off. And I said, well, nothing stays the same. Nothing is carved in stone. We're always constantly changing. We're an electric body, and so every encounter that we have, everything that goes on in our life, every thought that comes into our head impacts us, impacts all the cells in our body, and that impacts our vibration and our frequencies as well.
And which then gets interpreted to how we feel, and how we think, and how we live. And that's why, if you really stop and think about it for a second, let's say you're neutral, you wake up and you're just kind of, and someone shows up on your doorstep that you really enjoy. That's a frequency exchange. And all of a sudden you're happier, you're brighter, you're feeling good. How about someone shows up on your door that you just want to close it? And all of a sudden it jolts you into a position that now you're feeling, and you're working on getting yourself out of it. So it's frequency. And when you think about this tool that Shirley uses and runs for many, it's no different than some of the tools that the other larger systems are using in the general public. Maybe not for the best good of all, but this is really geared to be able to connect and work with everyone and in all layers of frequency. So we'll talk more as we continue to go on, because each day we're going to introduce this into the session. But I think that's enough for right now. So,
okay.
What is going on in the field, Shirley?
Well,
what's happening?
My field has been pretty dramatic, I think. Years ago, I used to experience a lot of what I thought or felt or called Ascension symptoms, and they kind of tapered off over the years as I calibrated to a higher vibration. But I've noticed recently that I'm starting to experience these enormous head issues. They aren't negative, they aren't bad, but it's like I have my own personal honeycomb, and the bees are coming in and they're landing and they're working and they're working and they're working and they're working all the time, and I'm totally open. I feel the energy coming in. Some people do experience that as headaches, but I don't get headaches or anything like that. But it definitely sometimes keeps me pinned to the bed or wanting to just sit and do nothing. And so I respect that, because I talk to my body and my cells all the time. And I believe that when I get those feelings that I should be taking better care of myself, that I should be resting, that it's a signal from my body that it needs to absorb and integrate some of the things that are coming in. So I can't just go on my merry way and ignore all of those things, or I'm going to pay a price if I don't pay attention. There used to be a little saying I always said to everyone when I taught a lot of classes, and that was, and even with my private sessions, you need to pay attention. To the extent that you do not pay attention, you will pay with pain. Pain is your unconscious mind's way of letting you know that you need to pay attention. So you need to pay attention to what's going on in your body and around you, and remove yourself from situations and circumstances that you feel aren't in your best interest.
And at the same time with that, one of the things that I really want to touch on is this idea of negative energy. I would encourage you to shift your focus to yourself, in that if you are experiencing negative energy out in a general setting or with a person one-to-one or with a group of people, that energy is radiating from you. And it may very well be your soul saying, oh, we don't like this, get the hell out of here. Instead of giving that force away, even though it's perceived as negative, it's still your force, it's still your energy. And if you can see it as your energy and pull it back in and then decide to do something that ultimately relieves it and brings forth what we would say is more positive energy, you will find yourself in less situations that you are feeling attacked. It's when you stay in the mindset of that you can even be attacked, you open yourself up to that possibility. It's like you lower your energy force field, that then it allows that maybe something to come more free flowing through it, especially if you're not in 5D energy yet, you're still in 4D energy. You know, if you don't have this idea that, no, you know what, I am in power, I'm in the steering seat, I'm my own pilot. Oh, Shirley's giving me a thumbs up. That the point is that the energy that you experience is coming from you. And to be able to own that. And as some of the weird stuff and maybe the scary stuff and whatever is out here fall off, because it does take a little bit to adjust to that concept that I am everything, I am all, it's me. But once you adjust to that, then anything that you experience that goes like that is just your body, as Shirley was telling you to, or Shirley wasn't telling you anything, as Shirley was sharing with you, asking you to navigate in a different way or different direction. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's so interesting that so many people say, I can't do this, I can't do that. Well, then of course you can't, because you've already made up your mind, and every single thought that you have and everything that you say, whether you say it to yourself or you say it out loud, every cell hears every single thing you say. And when you say, oh, we can't do that, your cells say, okay, sit down, relax, don't worry, we're not going to be called on to do anything right now. Whereas if you say the opposite, then your cells wake up and everyone starts cooperating with you. I just really can't emphasize enough that people should start talking to their bodies.
Yeah, your bodies are smart.
Yeah.
They're like the smart boards. They're alive. It's us. Every single cell, like if I'm looking at, every single cell in here is Jessica. All the different personalities, all the different fragments, all the different energy field, or one energy field, but all the different energies that are moving in and out. So one of the ways to do that is or one of the ways to align yourself is to work with what we would coin as chakras. Now, you can see them as many different systems because, anyways, we won't get into that. But what I want to encourage you is to get familiar with the 7 main chakras within the 3-4D energy field. It's connected to the DNA. And once you're familiar with the 7, what we see as main chakras, then you can move into the 12. The 12 is what the new earth, the 5D energy, whatever you wish to coin it or call it, is focused in.
You know, Jessica, now that you've touched on chakras and DNA, I mean, there's just such a whole complex world out there that we can go into, that we can talk about and generate. Perhaps there's a way that people can leave messages that for issues and areas that they would like to see addressed, that they would like to hear us talk about. Maybe they have questions. Is there
Yeah, you can type in the, there's like a little typing field if you have any questions or if you would like to know a little bit more about anything it is that we're talking about. And we will do our best to get back to those questions. So the 12, I know we're trying to keep this recording to 20 minutes. And I noticed that we forgot to set our timer.
Well, the first time, maybe we'll get more, maybe we'll get less, but we'll make up for it the next time.
All right. So I want to share a little gift with all of us. We're gonna pull a card that is connected to the collective, and it's connected to your DNA. So the Ascension card deck that I was looking at, the 12 chakras came out. So it's interesting that it's just helping you align more to what's going on around you. Go ahead.
I don't have a card, but what's been in my mind for a long time, well, since yesterday when I saw this enormous turkey, and turkey is the potluck in the Native American, it's considered like when we have a potluck in Minnesota and everybody brings something to the table. And so that's what the turkey represents to me. And I was at a business place yesterday and they were having a contest and you could name the turkey. And I just threw down some crazy name because I hadn't seen the turkey. But when I went out to my car, there was the turkey. And so I sat and watched him for a while. He was enormous. And I ended up going back into the shop and renaming what I had put in my entry, because they're doing a contest, and then whoever wins gets some kind of prize over what they decide to call the turkey. He's been hanging around there a long time. But to me it symbolizes, and it symbolized to me seeing that turkey right up close and personal, that it's time to start sharing all the things that we have. And that's what we're doing with these Tuesday, Saturday sessions, is we're trying to share with you the things that we notice and experience, and we want to hear from you what you notice and experience and what's becoming important in your life and what you need some resolution with. So don't forget to put some comments down in the bottom so that we can take a look at those and see where you want us to go with this.
Beautiful. So here is our wrap-up share, and it's a share for the collective that you likely will connect in with. I noticed when I was shuffling, the cards fell out and they fell all over the place. And so it's a bit of a mess. There's a lot of things that are going on in all of our lives, right? But I'm going to talk directly to you right now. There's a lot of things going on in your life. And I noticed that the dog card also is peeking out. So you may be questioning your loyalty and who you're loyal to and what that actually means. And remember that we grew up to think that loyalty was obligation. It's not. If it's stuck in obligation, what I have to do, what I need to do, then there is something about your psyche that's asking you to really question some of that. Loyalty is about dedication, honor, things that you want to do, things that feel good to do. And there's a rebirth coming through when it's whatever this loyalty is about. Maybe it's about family, maybe it's about friends, maybe it's about work, maybe it's about what you and how you see yourself. But there is a rebirth that's trying to move through you. And when that happens, often you'll feel a phoenix, you'll feel a fire. You gotta get in the smokehouse, smoke it out. And then the Queen card is sitting on top of the Lady of the Lake. So you have an opportunity to connect in with your emotional body and queen yourself. Know what's going on and help allow that to help direct you, navigate you through this next stage.
Yeah, beautiful. No, I saw the one card, and I'm glad that you brought it up, the birth and rebirth card, because a lot of times when we're losing something or the status quo change is ever present. We're never going to escape that as long as we're incarnated, and I have a feeling that even when we aren't incarnated, we'll experience some change too.
Change is always, it's fluid. We have this idea of change being stationary, being fixed. It's like something comes in and changes it for you. No, change is fluid. We're fluid beings. And the more that we become like turtles and we get into the flow, the easier it is to adapt. I mean, it's when we become stagnant, we become old. We become decrepit. We it's kind of like a callus. A callus grows over us. As I was picking up the cards, the dragon card came out. So it's just another reminder that there's something very powerful, ethereally powerful, underneath what's going on for you. I mean, I think about the changes in my own life that I have gone through a lot of fire. Fire has been very present in my life. And I think about what I came out as. Now, I don't want to go back to those spaces and places by any means, and I'm sure people that care about me and love me and they're in a relationship with me don't want to go through that with me either. But at the same time, there's a lot of pride, there's a lot of dedication, there's a lot of loyalty, there's a lot of honor, and that I trusted myself to go through that, because what was on the other side was beautiful. Don't forget that. And you don't have to know exactly. When we're forcing ourselves to know what's on the other side, or then you're not letting go of fear. Because often what we do is we'll only change if we're for sure going to get that. That's not growth. Like, again, be free. Trust yourself that whatever the push is or the movement is that's asking you to go forward, that you can trust that. We're taught to not trust our bodies or even connect with them. So this is a time for you to begin to do that. And the dragon is powerful in doing that.
Could not have said it better or more. So,
well, it's been lovely spending a little time with you. And as we move through this, we will get better and better. We're not aligning any topics or we don't have any schedule in front of us. We really want to show what a free flow looks like and honor that energy as we exchange all together.
Yeah, I really look forward to this. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think that we only have ways to go up.
Ways to go up. Mm-hmm. So what are you going to do today that's going to help you move through? And here's the thing, frequency, we have a tendency to say it's higher or lower. Mm-hmm. It's not. It's faster or slower. So, how fast do you want to go today? You have your own steering wheel. Don't give it away. Don't give it to somebody else. They might drive you in a ditch. So, have a beautiful, beautiful day. We're super excited to begin this
adventure. It's a new adventure. Namaste.